Alright, we're back with some more Major League Wingspan, and our opponent is none other than TayRay of Cash. I'm sure you've heard of him. He's sitting at 5-3 right now. Hoping to get another win here, bounce back from our Game 1 loss. You can check out that video on the channel. Looks like we got a Moltoni's Warbler in the tray, speaking of the last game. Be kind of interesting to see if he grabs that. He's going first. Got a couple egg-based round goals, so we'll want to lay some eggs. We're going to want grassland birds, so we're kind of incentivized toward grassland egg laying. Bonus card bird in the tray as well. Gray Warbler is a cool little pab bird. I've played TayRay once before in the past. It's been about a year, and he crushed me with a white stork, so hopefully I can get my revenge and my redemption here. What's the bird feeder look like? A couple pieces of nectar there. What background has he got going on here? Looks like a regular Oceania background. Pretty cool. So yeah, let's take a look at the spreadsheet here. We got Swiftly leading our division. We're going to have to play against him sometime today, I think. So it's kind of a bummer waiting for your turn to come up here to select your starting hand. That was one thing I wish they would change, or if they were able to program it even. Alright, what do we got going on here? Whiteback woodpecker is pretty good. Fish crow is decent. Not a huge fan of the canvas bag. They kept 4 birds. So that means he's got some good cards. Well, I think we'll go with the whiteback woodpecker. What's our bonus cards? Omnivore. So that puts fish crow on the table, and that kind of puts canvas back on the table too. I don't like the idea of handing cards to my opponent, but I think that's what we're gonna roll with here. Other 2 cards aren't looking that great. Let's see. We want the fish. Let's take the worm. And that's what we're going to have to roll with. Alright, let's roll with this. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see if they grab the Moltoni's Warbler here. I wonder if I don't just grab that if they pass on it. Try to get some Moltoni's redemption. They did leave it. So they gained food, so they wanted that nectar. I think I'm okay with that. But I want my own nectar here. I'm not going to spend it on the card. I think I'm just going to take the Moltoni's. Hummingbird. Not terrible. Good omnivore bird. Don't necessarily want to hand food to my opponent either. Got this canvas back on deck. So they're leading with Mallard. They got a good card drawing bird here. Let's throw down our woodpecker. So they're going to be scooping up cards here. So that's interesting. They wanted to grab that nectar and secure it first before they started drawing cards. So I suspect they're just going to draw off the top of the deck. They could grab this bonus card woodpecker though. It wouldn't be a terrible grab. So I would be able to flip the bird feeder here and get a nectar off my woodpecker with this food spread. The door is kind of wide open for TayRay here. 3 nectar and 3 cards coming for him. 2 in hand. Just thinking about it. Moltonis will go down in the grasslands. That's the only place it can go. Peaceful Dove. So they did take the cards out of the tray there. So I want to kind of build out my grasslands. How useful is Peaceful Dove going to be? It could be pretty useful for them. Do I need to deny that? I'm not going to be hurting for eggs. But they might be. So the question is, do I deny that Peaceful Dove? Would improve my gain food action. I'm going to want to take that every round with Moltonis. I think I am going to go for the Dove here. And do I want to spend the Nectar? This is a tough decision. It's really banking on the fact, do I want them to have the Peaceful Dove or not? I don't know what's in their hand. They got 5 cards. This could be a pretty good solution for them. Yeah, I kind of think I have to deny this, and I will spend the Nectar to gain the extra card here. Okay, nothing great there. Honey Eater, not amazing. There's got to be Nectar in the Bird Feeder. So now I have to gain food here. And they're not going to be able to flip the Bird Feeder. They discard an extra card for food. I'm going to get the reroll on my first die. So they drew cards again, so they're digging. There's Gray Teal. Not a terrible card. Alright, so let's go with the food here. We'll take a Wheat and a Worm. And we'll get that Nectar. So they're really digging for options now. Plenty of cards in hand. Ravens are the only birds restricted to round 2 on the Oceania boards. So if they had Killdeer or Franklin's Gull, they'd want to play it. There's the Black-Chinned. I don't mind getting a couple extra cherries here. So I could go Fish Crow. So I would need my lay egg action to cover my Moltoni here, to even play it, quite frankly. I want to get a bird down in the grassland. I don't necessarily need the Fish Crow right now. I do need to lay eggs though in order to get the Peaceful Dove down. So I think I could just throw down the Moltonis. I'm not necessarily going to spend the egg on a Nectar here. So now I can lay eggs, get the Peaceful Dove down. 3 activations left in the round. There's a free cherry. Crown Nest and Platform Nest for round 2 and 3. Let's Let's lay some eggs ourselves. Northern Harrier. Decent little grassland body here. Nice fast plays from TayRay. Throw down our Peaceful Dove in the forest. One activation left. I can gain some food, some nectar, and then play the fish crow into the grasslands and tie the wrong goal. They could play another grassland bird here, and they did a double play into their forest, into the Nutcracker. So let's gain this nectar. I have a fish, so let's take the rat so we can get the reroll. I don't have any wheat to discard. I will discard the pelican. It is a ground nest though, but so is the canvas bag. I want wheat for the Peaceful Dove. So let's do this. Take an egg there. Take a nectar here. And then we'll use the Moltoni. Tied that wrong goal. What do we got in the tray? Cassin's Finch. European Robin is decent. So the question is, they're probably going to want that Cassin's Finch. I'm kind of in an awkward position with my crummy little wetlands here. I think I am going to spend the egg. And the ibis, or the heron rather, not amazing. I kind of like this European Robin. Cup nest. Kind of a tough decision. When I gain nectar, I can gain a ton more nectar. Or one more nectar, I should say. Not really a ton. So let's roll with that. I could also use it to gain some extra wheat for the Peaceful Dove. Painted Bunting flips up, so they got their bonus card bird if they want it. Cup nest. Beak is facing to the right, so it doesn't line up with the wrong goals. Wonder if they take Ferruginous Hawk. They played the Harrier. They didn't take the Hawk. Hooded Crow and Great Egret. So I'm incentivized to run my grasslands, but I got the Moltonis. I'm going to want to spread my actions out, so the Hooded Crow shouldn't really help my opponent that much. They do have a ton of cards in hand. So let's gain some food here. We could do double wheat. I need a worm and a wheat for my robin. Do worm. Can do wheat. And then I can lay eggs and get a nectar off my fish crow. play canvasback, but I don't have the wheat for that. Could just lay eggs here. Could spend a fish on an extra egg. Secure that nectar. That's weird, the bird feeder's only showing 2 dice because I backed out of it. So let's just do this. We'll take the worm and reroll. Let's take the wheat here. Take this wheat. Get an egg here. Get the nectar here. Looks like they flipped the bird feeder. No nectar, so that hurts. They're going to want wheat as well for their nutcracker. Warbler is a star nest for the round goal. So I think I want to get... Let's get the robin down. Need to take the lay egg action to appease my Moltoni. 4 activations left in the round. Black-throated diver, so another good card draw bird for them. Let's gain some more food. I think I'm going to get rid of a rat to flip the bird feeder. Let's gain this nectar. Gain a wheat here. Gain another nectar. Let's pick up an egg here. And let's take this wheat. We're tying on the forest nectar. They've got 1 in there. So I could drop my cast. Ooh, there's a raven and a swift in the tray. So they just revealed that with the diver, they can only pick 1. So they're going to pick raven. And I'm going to have to pick the swift. Black-headed gull. So again, I'm kind of stuck with my crummy draw card action here. So the gull can pick off any nectar they gain with the raven. It's going to be a end of round 2 raven. 3 activations left. I have to lay eggs. I think I will spend the nectar here. I need to keep this egg. Take these 2 cards. American Robin flips up. They're going to want that. Throw that in the grasslands with a raven. So they're gaining food. They've got a nectar, so the raven is coming up next here. They've got 0 eggs, so they have to lay eggs. So if I get this black-headed gull down, I need to lay eggs, though, to appease my Moltoni. But alternatively, I could get the gull down. They lay eggs. I could draw cards and steal their nectar. But I need a ground nest, and the black-headed gull is it. So I could play the gull, then take the lay egg action. So their next play is lay eggs. Then their last play of the round is a raven. They'll have one egg in a ground nest. Am I seeing that right? They'll lay 2 eggs, probably 3 eggs, and then play the raven for -1, so they'll have 2 eggs in a ground nest. So I can do this. What am I going to play off the Moltonis? I'm going to need to spend an egg on the nectar. We can go fish and wheat. I have to use a nectar here. So I want to get the goal down first so I can get on the board for the round goal. So we'll do that. Then we're locked into our lay egg action. I'll have to spend an egg to get a nectar. And then I can't play the Cassin's Finch because that will spend my 2 eggs. I can spend the egg off the dove and have 2 eggs on the gull. They have to lay eggs here. They can have, so there's 3 there. Free cherry, I'll take it. So they're gonna play the raven, and they'll have 2 eggs in a ground nest. So I could spend the food here. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to leverage this swift that effectively. I lay 2 eggs. I spend 1. I'll have 2 eggs on a ground nest. I can spend the egg off the dove. I don't need to spend the food. But then I need to spend an egg playing a bird. And that's going to be the Swift. I honestly don't know if this Swift is the right card, if it's going to give me a lot of power here, a lot of point scoring potential, because I need the cards to tuck, but maybe after I draw a couple times that will work out. So he's locked in to 2 eggs because he's going to play the raven. Play 2 here. I spend an egg off the dove to play my bird off the Moltoni. Canvasback only spends 1 egg. Casting Syringe spends 2 eggs. Don't skip. Play these. I am going to skip this nectar, unfortunately. Then I can play the Canvasback off Moltoni, spending the egg off the dove, allowing me to tie the wrong goal. So we'll see if this Raven will give him the power in the second half to overcome what I got going on. It's going to definitely give him some better nectar control, but hopefully we can pick at that with our black-headed gull. So that free cherry they gave us is coming in very handy there. Oh, the Starling. That's going to go really good with the Raven. Hornbill is a good bomb. So they're probably going to draw those. So it looks like the card quality is really coming up in their favor here in the second half. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to mount such an offense to overcome this. Raven, Starling, Hornbill. Got good food gaining. Got some okay card draw now. Moltonis will help us drop some bombs. That's really what we need, is some good bombs to come up. TayRay's got plenty of cards in hand. So they laid eggs, they didn't draw cards. They got their 2 nectar. Do have a cavity nest bird, a couple of them. So I'm going to draw some cards here. And I am going to hand out the card here. And I will take nectar, and they can't replace it with nectar. And that might actually give me the reroll on the bird feeder here. So they did take the rat. They might have 4 falconer rodentologists. Oh, there's Wedgetail. Alright, so now what are we doing next? Nice fast play from them. So they're just going to spam eggs. They're going to win this wrong goal. Fairy Wren checks less than 30 centimeters. Don't really have a lot of that going on. Guess we got 3 birds. Whipbird. Not that great. So let's go for some nectar. So any card I tuck can be 2 points on the Swift. Swason's Hawk. Decent body with a platform nest. Let's grab a wheat here. No nectar on the reroll. That's pretty terrible. So I want a worm. Could throw down the Suasins here. Do need a rat for that. Let's take another wheat. Spend one wheat here. Let's go with 2 wheat. And then we'll gain a wheat here. 4 activations left in the round. Get the Suasins hawk down, lay eggs. Two, 4, 6. Plus 3 is 9, so they can have 9 eggs in platform nests. I'm not going to be able to compete with that. So they have 4 nectar in the grasslands. We'll tie them here. Then I could load up eggs in my canvas bag. That helps with the round goal, but it also loads up my hornbill. So now they've got 6 nectar in their grasslands. So if I could get 3 more nectar into my grasslands, I'll win that. 3 activations left. I've got to lay eggs for my Moltoni. So I need like a 3 food cost bird to go into my grasslands. I think this is a good position because they're not going to want to gain food anymore. They're just going to run this grasslands and gain nectar off their raven. They have no nectar in their supply, so it's not necessarily great for me to draw cards right now. I could discard these 2 cherries for some extra eggs. I think actually I'm going to discard. Oh no. So we're coming in to the end of round 3. Every extra card I have is 2 points on the Swift. Kind of running out of time here to play the Swift. So we'll load that up. And we miss on our hawk. Let's grab a nectar here. So now we'll only need 1 food for the hornbill. 2, 4, 6, 8. Plus 3 is 11. And they're getting lucky on their predators here. Free cherry, I'll take that. That works with my hornbill. Wonder if they have Ulogist. 2 nectar. If I steal one, they can flip the bird feeder. 2 activations left. I will gain food here. Only 1 nectar there. Let's take the worm. Take the nectar. I think I'm going to discard the wheat here. Gain another worm. Four, maybe 5, maybe 6, 7, maybe 8. So we really need them to get kind of unlucky here. So there's a hooded warbler bomb. 7-point bomb there. Spending their eggs. They have 0 activations left. They gave up the round goal. So if I lay eggs here, continue to load up my platform nest here, I can lay 4 more. Be 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 3 is 7, plus 4 is 11, and then minus 2 for playing the hornbill, minus another 4 for taking the eggs off the hornbill. So that's going to be minus 6 eggs off platform nests. But I will have 4, 5, 6, 7. And they have 4. Make sure I'm doing this right. So I'm gonna subtract 2 here and 4 here, so that's minus 6. So I'll have 4, because I'll get rid of these 2 cherries. 4, 5, 6, 7. And I will win the round goal. Got all my actions covered for my Moltoni. So all these cherries they're giving me is just turning directly into eggs. Missed there. Not going to gain a nectar because I can't use it. So they still have 4 eggs in platform nests. So let's do this. So I'm going to have 5 left over. I'll still win the wrong goal. There's a miscounting there. So we still win the wrong goal. Bluebird. That would be very good as a nectar delivery into the grasslands, because they can't play any more grassland birds. Black Swan is good. Wingspan's over 100. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So Black Swan is looking pretty good here. I think I am going to hand out the card. Hopefully they don't gain anything crazy. So they have 6 nectar. I could go Bluebird Swift into my grasslands. And they don't have any nectar to steal, but they do have cherry. They can't flip the bird feeder. Red Kite, well, it's an omnivore bird. So let's take the cherry. What flips up for them? Hopefully nothing great. So they're probably going to grab the rat because they're on a predator game here. Yep. Carrion Crow isn't really going to do a lot. Dunnock might be good. Kingfisher is a good nest, star nest. It is pointing in the right direction too. My goal is still highlighted like it's my turn. Alright, who's winning the wrong goal? They are. So I could do Bluebird Kite. I just need to gain a bunch of nectar. Do Bluebird Kite into the grasslands to steal the grasslands nectar from them. Hopefully get more nectar. Play the Finch. Free cherry. So they laid eggs. They've got their nectar now. If I steal one, they flip the bird feeder. So I'm not going to win this round goal. The kite is +1. Tie it. Swift isn't going to go down. So let's gain food. 1 nectar is bad, but our robin will help us out here. I can get the reroll here. Take the wheat. Gain another nectar. Do I want to discard the Swift for another nectar? Discard wheat for an egg. I got the food for my swan. We'll take the egg, and we'll take wheat here. So now I can do Bluebird Red Kite to win the grassland nectar. So they've got 0 wetland nectar. I've got 3. It's going to change here soon. So they laid eggs again. Yeah, they... Well, I mean, they could just be playing in case they see oolages, but they probably got oolages here. So now we can do 2 nectar here. Let me think about this before I commit. 3 activations left. I need to play a bird and lay eggs to appease my Moltoni. Got tons of food. I want to get Black Swan and Cassin's Finch down. So we'll do 2 nectar here. Pay the food cost and play the bird. We'll do 1 nectar here. Let's do the cherry, and we'll use the nectar to cover the rat. So now we will win the grassland nectar battle with 7. And our omnivore expert beefing up our red kite. Tying the wrong goal. We've got 4 nectar on deck, so there's at least 1 bird coming here. Are they going to play a forest bird? They got to drop some of this nectar into the wetlands to pick up the 2 points. So I have 2 activations left. I have the food and the eggs. To play Black Swan. And then I can lay eggs on my last activation. I could gain another nectar off the crow. And then drop the Cassin's Finch off the Moltoni. That 2 nectar might allow me to win the forest nectar. There's a Kia. So they're going to discard their excess food. Are they going to drop it all their nectar on the Kia? Try to fish for... So there's 1 bonus card. Draw 1 bonus card, you may discard any number, keep 1, and discard the rest. So they're going to be able to look at... So there's 2 nectar they gave up. Nope, they didn't give up any nectar, they ditched their 2 cherries. So that's 1 more bird toward the round goal. 2 activations left. So now they're just tying. They have 3 nectar with 2 activations left, so they have the luxury of being able to react to what I'm doing. So the question is, do they have a good forest bird or a good wetland bird? They're not going to be able to gain food and then play 2 birds. They can only play 1 bird. So they're waiting to see and at 3 nectar. If I don't use nectar on my Black Swan, they have to spend all 3 of that nectar into their wetlands to tie me. And then I can take the lay egg action, gain a 2nd nectar off my crow, and apply 2 nectar into the forest to win that. Two activations left. So I could just lay eggs here, which is what I need to do to appease my Moltoni. Hold on to the nectar. Force them to take 1 more turn to commit, and then I can make my decisions based off that. Come on, Hawk. Finally got one. So let's get this nectar. So these cherries have been very helpful from their black-chin hummingbird. It's really given me a lot more flexibility this game. So hopefully they whiffed on their Kia, but it's not likely. They got to look at 3 bonus cards. Alright, so there's their commitment to tie. They have 0 nectar. So now I can win. Don't want to spend that wheat. Spend this worm. So now I win the wetland nectar. All my actions are covered for Moltoni. So that delay I took, laying eggs one more turn, really gave me a ton of information. That was the right call. So they're just going to lay eggs here. I really doubt they're going to play a 1-rat bird. They're already winning the round goal. They could be afraid that I could win it, but they're probably better off just laying eggs here. They stand to gain so many points. Yeah, I don't know. It could be close. It feels like it could be close, but even with this Raven, they weren't able to get it down fast enough. It showed up late enough to where I was still able to control nectar. And it looks like I'm going to win all 3 categories, which is pretty huge. I'm really thinking hard about this, trying to maximize their points. I wonder if they have Benelli in hand. 1 rat and 2 cards for Benelli. That would be very, very not good for me. I believe Benelli does face to the left as well. Maybe he faces to the right. But they must have a tough decision on their hands here. Because they really should just lay eggs. Boy, this is nerve-wracking. Pretty exciting. I think I had a pretty strong game. Pretty decent cards. Can't really complain. Had some good draws off the top of the deck. And here we go. What did they do? There's Benelli. I called it. Oh my gosh. Definitely not what I wanted to see. So now we will win this Forest Nectar. And a 4-point Forester. Not terrible. And we're going to lose the wrong goal. But I get some extra eggs. A nice 5 eggs here. And we're going to get a clean sweep on the nectar points. So I'm feeling pretty good. I think we could have squeezed this out. We'll see if that Benelli was enough to do it for him in that Kia draw. Alright, if you like that Major League Wingspan action, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And go check out TayRay on his channel, Tuck and Cash, as well. We have 63 bird points. We make it back on the bonus cards. It's pretty even. Nectar 115 to 108. Great game to TayRay. We bounced back from our first game loss. And let's have a look at what TayRay had on his board. 3-point wetland scientist and 4-point wildlife gardener. So once again, great game to TayRay. And thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it.